presents Black Girls in Web3 podcast. Hosted by Wanda SUERO, also known as Salty Coffee, DAZZLE Daniels, also known as DAZZLE D, and myself, Elruby Thomas, known as Miss Ruby, Crypto Queen of Harlem, y'all. Tune in weekly as we strive to educate and elevate our community's financial literacy. We bring you professional and expert speakers, share insights from our personal wealth journeys, and introduce workshops and resources to empower you. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com at P2G Networks TV for an hour of Black Girl Power, where we're shaping the future of finance in Web3. Peace and see you there. Hey, y'all. Welcome to our Friday conversation with the ladies. We're here on P2G Networks TV, here on YouTube, loving it all, y'all, with the Black Girls in Web3 and our amazing, beautiful guests. All right. We have Vegan Thick up in the house. Let's go.
Hi, Vegan.
How are you
Hey,
guys?
guys. Hey, Miss Ruby.
As we say on my Instagram, hey, Thickums and Thickets. How are you?
I love it. Oh, thank you. That's what's up. So know that this is our Friday night conversation for prosperity in the women's realm today. So we are going to be talking about Black girl magic, beautiful, powerful, melanated sisters doing our damn thing. But I love it because I have vegans in the room. I have folks that promote the vegan lifestyle, and y'all know me. I'm kind of vegan curious. I'm vegan curious.
Vegan adjacent.
Vegan adjacent. That's right. Because I can have a little bit of everything. But I want to just say, giving up to my sister Wanda SUERO, Miss Salty Coffee in the house.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
And from the, how we say, from the Royal Palace over here, our sister DAZZLE D up in the house.
Yes, is.
That's what's up. So tonight we have a bit of a, now DAZZLE, I want you to know that you're going to be the main interviewer for tonight. And the reason why I say that out loud is because, baby girl, y'all have history and I'm really excited. It's like I want to be a fly on the wall tonight. I'm going to ask some questions. Y'all going to have some convo and let us know what the juice is, okay? Because you sisters have been doing powerful things together for some time here. And I want to know about how this journey has connected and how far it's going and how we can become a part of it. Okay, so Miss DAZZLE, where did you meet our sister?
Well, it's actually interesting because we're getting ready to have one of these Zoom calls this month on the 31st. So we met in a late night after dark networking group on Zoom. Called After Dark.
So wait a minute, after dark. What does that mean? Just happen to be after hours when it's after dark, or is it after dark? Like lurking in the dark.
Literally, like at nighttime. Yeah.
Okay. We working that. That's what's up. So tell me about. I don't know what that is about. What when you go to after? Are y'all able to talk about it? Is it a secret society?
Yeah. So it's a meetup.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The reason I asked that is because I ain't trying to put everybody business out on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? But we want to make sure that folks get a lot of resources from our conversations. And if it's a one that you never know, I may want to hang out after dark. I'm grown. I can do it.
Yeah. So this year, 2024, we actually have the After Dark called the last Friday of every month. So we have one coming up here, May 31st.
Yes. So I hope I get an invitation so I can come in and have a little conversation. We share what y'all all know. That's what we call networking, everybody. And with that, yes, thank you. Please, got you, girl. So letting y'all know, if you on P2G Networks TV at YouTube right now, you better like, subscribe, and put that notification on so you don't miss it again. Because we'll let you know when we're about to grow up. Every time we about to go up, you about to blow up. You know how that works. Now, where I want to go with that is did you all meet on y'all met online, and what happened from there? Where did you kind of take it? I met Dazzle online through other people, but look what we have here. You see what I'm saying? So how did you go and get into your young lady? Which Miss Shauna or Dabney? Which would you rather call you, Miss Dabney, Miss Shauna? How you gonna work that, baby girl? Or
Shay.
just vegan thick? Shay, look at that. I should have put that down. All right, we're gonna do that next time.
Okay. Oh, no problem.
Yes.
Um,
What is this about? Veg thick. What is that about?
Vegan thick is it's a because people would usually
Say that one more time. I'm sorry because you went out, and I want to make sure everybody heard every word, girl.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's a holistic health and wellness organization. And so it started with my daughter. She we were at my dad's house, and we were sitting down to a crab boil, and she just started crying. And she was like, we're stealing the animals from their family and we eating them. And I was like, and I'm one of those parents that I'm gonna go all in, and I felt conviction to say, okay, well, if she does not believe in this, it's not like it's hurting me. It could only, and it could only benefit her and feed whatever thing, and I'll tell you about that. It could only feed and I don't know how to say it, but you know how someone has a future or there's something about them and that makes them special. So this feed her purpose is what I'm trying to say. Because she was so young,
Yeah,
she was crying, and so I was like, we don't ever have to eat meat again in life, honey. We don't have to kill another animal. Don't worry about it. So and so I just quit cold turkey. So everyone's like, oh, did you watch this document? Never watched it a day in my life. I don't need to see no ickiness, nothing like that. All I needed was for my daughter to say, Mom,
your baby tears, and
yeah.
that word from her. That's all you needed.
And so it started from there. And so like people, then you go on to people saying, oh, well, vegans skinny, all you eating is rabbit food and yada, yada, yada. And we thick over here. So
I'm about to say, you gotta be kidding me. So some of the most healthy people I know are vegans. And I mean like strong.
Yeah.
Big. I'm
exactly.
like, I gotta get off this meat because I want some of that.
So and so that's how it started. And then what I did was I infused all of that with my daughter with my passion. And so I was like, if I'm going to do something, I'm always talking about creating generational wealth. And that's something very big for me. And people don't understand your wealth starts with your health.
Okay.
And so, and I wanted it specifically for the Black community. And it just took off from there. Because that's important to me. We have to start home a lot of times. For whatever reason, and it's definitely in our blood or in our gene, our DNA, to always want to help other people. But for whatever reason, we fail to help ourselves first. And so I said that I'm going to concentrate on the Black community and getting us healthy. And then, instead of continuously pouring out and pouring out and pouring out, and no one is feeding into us. I know no one wants to talk about it, but
you amongst those who will know that we will
us, but we're continuously pouring out to and helping everyone else. And so I decided that I'm gonna stay strong on that and make sure that whatever I'm doing, that I'm educating, I'm speaking, I'm communing, I am entertaining, I'm congregating with our community and giving that back to us. And so therefore we can eventually really have it to give out, to give. So yeah.
So something and I want to say, I got to commend you because you hit on every point of everything we teach on this platform. How to empower your community by first empowering yourself. You can't offer something to someone you don't have to give.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and our health being the very most important thing. When you said that wealth starts with your physical health, that is like ground zero right there. That's where we pour out the most in healthcare. We don't realize that. We as a community, because of our physical, and this is statistics, so y'all can look this up. When they talk about the sickest people on the in America, we're not even gonna go on the planet. We're gonna go in America. The people who occupy the most time in long-term illnesses are people who are in lower to poverty, low income to poverty. All pull the most healthcare dollars, the most. And that just means that you big business to somebody. Your lack of health is big business to several industries that either maintain you, sustain you, and when I say sustain, they're going to keep you alive as long as they can because they're going to keep you on medication. Okay. They're going to keep you on expensive machines, keep you doing procedures that cost a lot. But if you just practice a different way of living, all of that gets negated.
Yeah.
And people go, well, it's too expensive. So I want you to speak to that, please.
Please.
Yes.
And I have a question after you talk about the
Yes,
affordability and how you can manage that. Because I learned that in like 3 months.
I mean, we spend our money on everything else.
Thank you.
Let's just keep it real. We spend our money on.
We do.
You know what? We spend our money on what's important to us, and that's a conversation. I'll just give a little cute example that I have with my oldest daughter. She's going on 20, and she always telling me about her needs, right? And when I look at her spending habits, I'm like, girl, you just spent $50 here and got your nails done. It was $102 there. And then but then you're coming to me asking for something that costs $20. So your nails was more important than this necessity that you needed, which actually did not cost that much. So just to piggyback off of that, we spend our money on what we want to spend our money on. So for me, and I used to do this sector, and I'm gonna start back called Garden Gossip. And so I go out, I grow my own stuff. I grow tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I can eat tomatoes every day. I have okra growing right now. I have thyme growing. I have some squash growing. I got yellow watermelon, red watermelon. I have currently I have crimson red watermelon. I have pole beans, cow peas, or you can say black eyed peas as we know it. People tease me and tell me I got the grocery store in my backyard. And that's something that's become my meditation spot. That was something for me. It had nothing to do with me being vegan. It had to do everything with finding my peace and where did my peace exist. But in regards to just being vegan, I think a lot of people, first of all, you misconstrue it, what veganism truly is. Being plant-based and being vegan are two separate things. And so, when I go to the grocery store, I might get some mock meat. I won't name any brands, but I may get some mock meat. But as I am back in the States, I try to stay away from a lot of mock meat just because I don't want my thickness to turn to fat, because I'll be vegan. Vegan thick turn to vegan fat real quick. So, but you can afford what you want to afford. Whatever you want to spend your money on, that's what you spend your money on. grapes, organic grapes, maybe 50 cents more than regular grapes, but you'll go out and spend $400 on some tennis shoes. So, you know, but what, if you don't do it now, you're gonna pay for it later.
Yep. And that is, honey, either way you will pay. And I think that people realize, are starting to realize that as we are seeing more people come into vegan. And thank you for saying that about vegan and plant-based. Thank you very much, because people don't know the difference. And so they think, oh, I can't do that. And they're looking at a plant-based, food. I try not to say diet, because I don't believe diets work at all. And it's used for the wrong thing. But a plant-based eating habit, whatever, is different than a vegan one. Miss Salty Coffee had a question, because she's actually, I have to say, she's been doing an amazing job at shifting her life to that.
So I just had a lot of questions. When you found out, so your daughter tells you, we can't do this because I'm gonna cry forever. What were the resources available to you right there and then, where you became vegan? Like, how did you even learn to even grow the food, or what was the transition like? I know there's a lot of questions in one, but the first one is, once you told your daughter, okay, we don't have to do this, what was the next step for you? Like, what did you do? Did you Google it? Did you talk to the church people? Did you community?
So honestly, no. I love to cook. And so I was just like, okay, we just gonna wing it. And
what's your favorite food to make for your daughter? Like, what does she like the best?
She loves rice. Now, this is since she was a baby. She loves rice. And believe it or not, she never was a huge meat eater. You know how they have in the baby food where it's like turkey or something like that, right? So she never liked those dishes. So what I would do, I nursed my kids till they were 2. Okay, a little over 2. So I would take my milk and take the rice and mush it up, and she ate that. I mean, and now even still to this day, this child will eat a pot of rice.
Yep.
And that's what she wants. So she's never, so it wasn't hard. And so because I started cooking around 8 years old. And so I started off and my favorite cuisine is Thai and Asian food. So it was very easy for me to do stir fries. So I started doing stir fries all the time because she liked rice. So it was easy, And then from there, I like Creole food. We're from Texas. We're from, the southern part of Texas.
Yes.
And so I was like, I need something that's going to remind me of home. And so I started doing like just testing stuff in the kitchen to my taste, what I like and what my kids were accustomed to. And it was an easy transition for us, where I do know people who don't cook, people who aren't interested in gardening, people who
I'm sorry. Look, I'm just starting to develop my interest in gardening, got my little sprouts. I'm working with that. But it is a transition. And I'm just excited because were you gardening before, like, because you love to cook? Were you gardening before too?
So no, I just had like herbs here and there growing.
Yeah,
I started gardening during COVID.
Understandable.
And because the kids were home, and the thing is, I did not want them in front of the screen all day. And so what I would do, so I said, okay, we have to do something. I have to find something for my kids to do that will also be beneficial. I and I've never been like a TV person. So I had a time where we would go in the backyard, and yes, I'm that mom where we were turning flips and we were racing through the backyard. And then I said, we're gonna garden as well. And so that was our thing, and it was just like being out there with my deal. And we're gonna pick these weeds. We ain't spraying them, we picking them, we were digging and pulling. And so that is where the garden portion of it came in. Now I will say, and I can't wait to share that with Daz, that it has grown so much bigger, because I got eggplants out there this year too.
Oh, that's a shame. She's still coming up with what she's trying to figure out what she done planted.
Wait a minute, I got eggplants, I got potatoes. My daughter just got to saying, "Mom, can we do some carrots?" So I'm gonna do some carrots.
So y'all do a little bit purchase and a little bit from, and so you supplement in the garden, and you purchase some at the farmer's market. What's your shopping place? Where do you go shopping for?
So I go
vegetables and fruits.
I go to the
foods.
What is it called? City Farmers Market.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like a grocery chain, but a lot of the food is pretty much organic. So they're seeded.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is it like farm to table kind of that situation with a lot of their products?
Yes.
I like those.
And then the vegetables or whatnot, they're it's not only the same boring stuff that we get at a typical
supermarket.
Yes,
I get you.
Supermarket.
You see somebody came in, it's all right. Okay.
These teenagers just don't care. So no, I started with the there was the city market,
right?
And they have like foods from Asia.
They have imports.
Yes, so it's like a lot of international.
So you really got to open up your menu somewhat.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My husband's a cook. He loves to cook. He catered. He used to cater, and at this point, he's trying to free himself from his job. He works for the state.
Okay.
And I get the benefit all of it. I get to eat it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm always pushing though in our household to bring more vegetables and use them. Oh my God, how much do we waste? People, if you're eating meat right now, I'm telling you right now, you are throwing money down the garbage, buying vegetables and fruits you do not eat. Eat that stuff. Eat it. Because for some odd reason, when you eat meat, you want to do the right thing. You want to do what's healthy for your body, so you will supply this stuff. But because we are not cooks like that, you know what I'm saying? Meat is quick. We pop it in something, cook it up, it's done. I'll throw a little potato, some rice, whatever on the side. But baby, I want that colorful, tasty, herb filled. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a lazy cook.
So my favorite go-to is pasta. I'm gonna tell you what I did last night. So I looked in the refrigerator. Okay. I'm a huge I like my groceries delivered.
Okay.
So I'm really big. I don't like going to the grocery store anymore. So I'm big on getting groceries delivered.
She said, I can afford it, I'm gonna do it.
So what happened was the delivery person said that there weren't any more tomatoes on the vine. So this child brought me some grape tomatoes. And I said, what am I gonna do with this? So I looked in the pantry. I said, okay, so I had made a vegan lasagna the night before, and I had some leftover fake ricotta. So I make my fake ricotta with tofu. I mash it up, and then I mix it with mozzarella. Not vegan, it's vegan mozzarella. And so I mix it with that, and then I get also a vegan Parmesan, and I mix it all together. So that's my ricotta. And so then I
Y'all just got the good, y'all. Write it down. Write it
I
down.
just gave you a recipe, by the way. So so anyway, so I had some of that left over. The point is I had some left over. And this lady did not bring me no tomatoes, the big heirloom tomatoes. She bought me some grape tomato. I still don't understand that. And so I said, I'm gonna make it do what it do. So I went out into the garden. I picked me some basil. I have purple basil out there. I have Italian basil. I got sweet basil. So I picked me a little bit of that, and we chopped that up. We had some garlic out there. Got some garlic. I had some onions, and I'm chopping it up, and parsley. I had some parsley in the refrigerator, and I had these vegan mock meat, some vegan strips, chicken strips, and some vegan sausage. And so I chopped that up. I seared it all together. Put my parsley, all my herbs in there. Got me some fettuccine noodles. Took that leftover ricotta and turned it into cream. Put it in my blender. Mixed it with some oat milk. Poured that on top of there. That's it's my favorite pasta I've made. I've been vegan for a long time. Okay. And that was my favorite pasta, was figuring it out. And I tell people all the time, it's the herbs that makes everything that you're eating. I don't really overdo it with salt, because you don't have to, because the vegetables, they actually have their own flavor. And when you put too much salt, you take away from the true taste. And so I just gave y'all a recipe. Y'all can ask Dazzle. We used to be cooking.
Yes, popping it up.
Yeah,
Run it back, y'all. Run this back.
Yeah,
Run it
so
back.
I am. I'm bringing it back. I've taken a break from social media, because I've been working behind the scenes on Well Check Africa, hence my background. So
Okay.
I've been,
And is this what's on your website is the question?
yeah.
Is that your website? We want to make sure that we present that. We have a question around that.
Okay.
And I'm very interested. We have friends and extended family that are in Africa. Some have moved to Africa,
Okay.
and we have a plan to have a base there. I'm so excited because now we have arms or branches extended out to, oh, look at baby girl, extended out to help pull us all together around the world. We truly believe that we are truly family, y'all. So y'all, baby girl making it happen. Let's go. I'm about to show y'all what she up to. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk, dang it. Y'all know me, I don't play that. Get to work. So let's tell them about it, ladies.
Oh my God, you! I really wasn't expecting you to pull it off. So,
Hey,
yes.
what do I look like? Yes.
I thought you was giving out the link.
No.
So you can find me at veganthick.org or vegthick.com.
Yes.
Both will bounce you to this website.
Okay. And tell us what we see. What do we do when we get here? I want to make sure you see it full screen.
Okay, so if you see the top, it just says Vegan Thick Well Check. So Vegan Thick Well Check is basically where I have well check events. We're checking in on ourselves, we're checking in on our family and our friends, and we're sharing helpful information, whether it's financial, whether it is nutritionists, coming to speak, whether there's this one of my events, I had a psychologist come to speak, whether it's life coaches, it just whatever the event is mastered around.
Okay.
So that is what the Well Check is. Now, Well
Right.
Check Africa, when you see at the top, it says Well Check Africa.
Right.
But then currently, I am working for July 2025. I will be doing Well Check Africa in Cotonou, Benin, also Ouida, Benin.
Okay.
And that is where I am working to bridge the gap between the diaspora and Native Africans.
Okay.
and we are going over. We would have yoga instructors. I will be veganizing some African recipes. There's some local
Ah,
recipes.
okay. Get
Um,
my stuff. Get my stuff.
as well, I take you on tours. You will also, so you not only go on tours, but you will also, goodness gracious, go to. I'll make sure that the tour spots actually have things like there's a place called Gogoti Pond there,
Oh,
and you do a mud bath.
okay.
And
So
but it's
there'll be vendors, different different vending opportunities and business owners that'll be there.
no,
Really? Oh, you
no.
have activities built into them.
Yeah, there's
So these are
activities.
planned.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes, so
So
there's
how do we get there? You said
so
2025.
yes, it's 2025. You have a
Okay.
chance to put your deposit down.
Mhm.
Your early deposit. Well, your deposit is $500. That's the start. The deposit is $500. If you do it now before September the 13th, the cost of it is going to be 3,000. If you wait until after September the 13th, the cost is 3,500 for you to go.
Oh, okay. So I got you. So it just
So
changes the price of the whole
yes,
thing
that's the
because you're yeah,
yeah,
that's
for
the
the
early
early
bird.
bird special. Now you will have transportation.
Mhm. Mhm.
Of course, I will take you shopping. I do have where you come in, you get your measurements done. I have a seamstress who will make your garment for you.
Oh.
We have a day. I do have a dada who will assist with the cooking. We have
Mhm.
a day where she will teach us. Now she doesn't speak English.
Okay.
So I will have some translators as well assisting. She actually speaks the tribal language.
Mm.
And
Okay.
so but no, it'll be a full event. I'll take you, of course, to some historical places. The And before you go home, you will go to the gate of no return before you go.
Mm. What
Because
is that?
and that is where they took and enslaved people,
Okay. It's a
and they
historic.
knew, yeah, and they knew that they
Yeah.
would not return home. But what they did was they built this beautiful bridge where they're also on the front of it welcoming their souls back.
Mm.
So
Oh wow.
that to me, that is a very important place to take you
Right.
guys when you go to Benin, because a majority of the slaves were taken
From
from this area.
this area.
So it's very
Definitely.
interesting that. Mhm.
That's definitely a trip that I absolutely would like to put on the calendar, and if we can help, that would be a great trip. I think personally, our Black Girls Do Crypto trips that we're planning to do would be amazing in this location.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we should keep talking about this definitely.
Okay.
Miss Wanda, you had mentioned you had another question. I mean, I got plenty because I'm like I'm ready to start making my list. I'm ready to start figuring out how this gardening thing. Girl, we got to be in touch because I'm just tired of my stuff dying on me. So if you can help me keep it alive.
Where are you? I'm sorry. Where are you, Miss
I'm
Wanda?
in New York. I'm actually okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to women who are coming from different parts of the world together. Now, the ones that are closest are myself and Miss Salty Coffee. We're both in New York, and she's not even close to where I'm at. She's in a distance from me. And then we have amazing Dazzle Daniels, who's in Denver, Colorado, and my vegan thick sister. Are you in Georgia?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
You're in Atlanta, Georgia. That's what's up. I was like, does that say Atlanta?
Mhm.
You got your Atlanta number. That's what's up. This, and I'm gonna be honest. I live in I tell everybody I live in a high rise.
Okay.
I'm on the 8th floor.
Okay.
Now, I just want to say something. I'm gonna kind of pat myself on the back here, because I successfully planted some. Uh, I was trying to do sprouts, but I ended up planting them.
Mhm.
I planted seeds, which are broccoli.
Okay.
Okay, and that's why I said I was trying to do sprouts, but they're growing. I have sproutlings. I saw them come up. You can't begin. I don't know. I think you might, but for the first time, because you're used to it. That's the first time I grew anything.
Mhm. And you appreciate it.
I really do. I
Mhm.
mean, I've watched a million commercials, a million videos on YouTube. I have started watching these things like novellas, okay? And now I'm like in my own window. There's green coming out of the dirt that I planted. I followed some instructions. I even created a little fertilizer with the banana peel and the water, and I poured it on top. And I'm like, 3 days later, boom. And now I'm gonna call someone and find out what to do with that. But I'm really excited to see things growing in life. It is like something we all need to have in our lives. We have to grow. If you take time to do anything in yourself or what have you, take your hand to nature and see what you can do. Put something in a pot and grow it and see. And I ain't telling that. Look, I said put something in a pot. I didn't say grow pot. I said in a pot.
Well, if you want to do that, that's fine too.
I ain't knocking the hustle, but start with something simple.
Yeah.
And I'm not going, like I said, I just got really into this. Miss Salty Coffee, I think you had another question for her. Oh, baby girl, I got her. So she's having some issues with the networking. So in some areas we're dealing with that. Now, I'm just gonna say, I want to thank you for being on. We're not done, by all means. Don't think that, but you guys don't get how amazingly fresh and just it's refreshing just to see people who are taking their hand to life on all spectrums, because we manage finances. We handle financial, but I always do it, and I'm always explaining people financial literacy from a natural standpoint of sowing and reaping. You know what I'm saying? We always talking about what's important first, and health is the first.
Yeah.
We're teaching people to respect their finances and be wealthier than they've ever been.
And then, I mean, how many times do we see people that have a lot of money, but their health is in such a state that they can't even enjoy it, Like, that's the
and they can't pay for their health. They can't pay to get it. I'm being good. I'm having a little grape juice, y'all. It's good stuff. But look, one of the things I wanted to ask is, with this organization, do you have an organization that helps to bring people into this? Is there something else that you teach? How does it work?
So, excuse me, when I do the events, what I do is I reach out to I reach out to different organizations, right?
Okay.
Because I would never say that I can do everything. Right. So what I do is I go to these different professionals and I request, hey, would you be interested in sharing? And we, decide, what the topic is. Like this last one was happily healing.
Oh,
and
that's sweet.
And expressing how you could, or what is needed to stay in this healthy spot and also be happy. And so we started with a morning meditation, and it was an all day event. We started with a morning meditation, and then we shared a juicing recipe. So there was a morning juice. Then there was, I think 3 nutritionists who spoke, and there were different type of nutritionists. And so we went from there to, we had yoga. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had yoga. So we had the yoga instructor. We did that. And so again, all these people, we came together and we put this event on, hosted under Vegan Thick Well Check. But I definitely like to reach out to others and have them kind of like what you guys are doing, share your gifts. And because what the crazy part is so many of us in our communities, but we don't know how to get the information out there, because everyone is trying to figure it out themselves, and you're kind of acting as an island, but we're not an island. In order for us to really, really highlight everyone's gifts, we have to figure out a way to come together and get it out there.
Girl, I might let right now. You are invited to Black Girls Do Crypto, the organization. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, baby. We invite our sisters to come in. We will be creating a July event for us to have our first actual meetup. But we do have a board that we're putting together so that we can become of service to sisters in the community and make ourselves more active. Go ahead, baby girl. I got you.
I see on your website that you're from Atlanta, Georgia. Is that where you're currently, is your organization there now? And two, what were the challenges that you faced when you introduced the world or introduce yourself to this type of lifestyle? Or like what challenges do you currently have too?
So
I know.
yeah. So the thing is, and I will say this, people feel the need to tell you like, oh, I could never. And or to and I'm like, I didn't ask you what you could do. Like, and I am one of those people. I don't like people who overtalk. Don't overspeak to me, because then my face change and I can't hide on my face when I so then I'm like this, and because it's hard, because I didn't ask you what you could do. Because what's for me is for me. It doesn't have to be for you. I am, trust and believe, I am not walking around the world saying you should be vegan. But I am saying that, hey, if I lead by example, maybe you'll look at me and be like, what is she doing? When I go to Africa and they think I'm still in my 20s, well, I'm doing something right, so if I can lead by example, if you can look at me and say, I need some of that, then I'm doing what I need to do. And that's in anything across the board in my life. If you look at me and you say, I need some of that, what is she doing? Then in my opinion, I am doing what I need to do. I don't need to tell you that you need to be vegan. I don't need to tell you that you need to take this writing class or anything like that, because you're going to come and you're going to inquire yourself. So that was one thing. Right. I did stop going to family events, because when you go to a vegan household, you can eat everything. When you go to a vegan house, seriously, when you go to a vegan house, what you gonna say? Yes. What you gonna say? I eat no vegetables. I don't eat spinach. Yes, you do. You just want bacon in it or whatever. Like, you eat spinach, but when I go to your house, you gonna cook that same spinach with some butter. And you're not going to be courteous enough to say, well, let me put this to the side to make sure that she can eat this. The only thing you got to worry about when you come to my house is if you have a nut allergy. Other than that, you can eat it. You may choose not to eat it, because I've had people say, well, I need all of my fat. I need all of my sugar. Well, go ahead and you get that. And so for me, I didn't stop going home because I really cared about what they were saying in their opinions. I stopped going home because I'm from the South and I believe in hospitality. And if you raised me a certain way to where we're catering to our guests, then just because I'm vegan, that doesn't mean that you don't cater to me. Like you would say, okay, well, let's at least and I don't mean that little iceberg, that little raggedy iceberg lettuce salad that I don't know what they who told us that we want to eat that. We don't.
It's so funny because I truly believe that iceberg lettuce was supposed to be made to, it's garnish. It's supposed to be able to show you should be able to present other good looking food.
They have made a whole salad.
Yes, they made a whole salad out of it. They chop it and put sauce on it and make you believe that's a salad.
And so that was some challenges, and that's the truth. That was some challenges because, and so then they would say, well, you should educate us. I mean, I'm just asking you not to put butter on it, like.
I have to say, in this area, we are trying to make some breakthroughs because we have the issue in our family too about the differences. I mean, and everyone is quite committed and convicted to their lifestyle. Myself as well. Look, my family won't listen. I cannot say that because a couple of them already who may not, I'm not giving everybody business out, but a couple of them have crypto. And they have been trying to let the others know you better have on this. While everybody, oh, we this, that, and the other. Okay. I don't force anyone to do anything.
Right.
I make it available. Now, one of the things I did realize is that makes it a little bit of a difference is that create an event. Only for those who are asking, we ain't dragging nobody to the finish line here. I ain't dragging nobody fighting and kicking to the finish line. We let you know right now, you're going to arrive on your own 2 feet of your own volition and energy because you want to. And it's going to be a choice you made, not something I told you to do because I say, I tell you right now, I'm very dominant. I'm a dominant person. I get it. I like to share great things with people, but you know what I don't do? One, I'm not going to guilt you. I'm not going to make you think that there's something wrong with you and what you choose. But see, that's not how the people are. And I get that. I also respect that that's how you are. So I don't make a big deal. I create fun events. And girl, when you got one, I'm coming. Okay. Like they say, family is the one. It ain't the one you're born in. It's the one you make along the way. Okay. And people will follow. I just had to keep coming. Keep being me. And now we on every Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, for
it's
real.
getting fun.
Yeah.
Like you are fabulous. They gonna follow.
Thank you.
Sure.
And I met I want to go back to me and Daz's relationship.
Yes, please.
It was really about finding your tribe. So that was, you asked me what was some of the hard things is first of all, we go through this life where people want you to please them, and then you are taught to more so please others as well. And as you get older, you start to notice the insanity of that. And so for me, it was like, yeah, y'all cool and everything, and but when I make a change in my life, I don't ask you to accept it. I don't ask you to make the change with me. I just want you to accept me, and it's okay. Okay, Shay, don't eat meat. So, but I was met with a lot of, oh, now we can't ever go do this. We can't do that, and it made it really hard for me. And it was like, but as long as I was eating this double burger with whatever, and all the grease dripping down my chin or whatever, you were fine. And the moment I say, you know what, I'm just gonna veganize me some boudin. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but and is the and it's a problem. It's like, oh well, it's not, And so when I got into this group, and I don't think I've even shared this with Daz, I felt like even in the group, there were some people just too pushy, and Daz wasn't one of them. And so there was an instant sense of comfort. Her greeting is always blessings. There was this instant comfort. There was this instant sense of, I just like you for you. And that is really needed, especially when you're in these type of networking groups where there's not one person saying that my way is the right way. Because we don't create these tribes to feel uneasy.
Or to rule over others.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The goal is to come together.
It shouldn't feel cultish. Let's just say it like that. It should feel like we're coming together and we are having the mixing of the minds and we're respecting each other. And then we all bring something together. And that was something that I really loved because I actually had gotten kind of quiet unless I don't know if you remember that, unless it was like early in the morning for y'all, and then I would teach the Swahili. But during the regular show, the regular not shows, but the regular times, I was really quiet. But Daz was one. She would, what we doing chopping up? What we eating? I haven't gotten my recipe. I had, and that was, and it was really nice. It was, she's definitely a light. She's definitely a light. And if I had, and I hadn't said it to her, but I want to thank you for inviting me, and thank you for asking me, because I feel like I have been working behind the scenes for so long that I forgot that people really miss me on camera. And what I remember, this lady inboxing me. I posted just one little video, and she said, "Did they? What is it called? Black shadow you?" She was like, "Do you know I lived your life vicariously? Like, and where have you been?" And I was like, "Oh no, I haven't been posting." And so when Daz invited me, it reminded me of that lady. And then I was just asked again to be a sponsor for an event. And so gradually I'm like, okay, you've been working hard, and I've been back and forth to Cotonou, and trying to get this taken care of. But I don't, for the people who won't get to make it to Well Check Africa, I still need to make sure that I am serving them as well. So thank you.
Have you ever and I'm excited because, oh my God. So now you just, me, I'm like, I'm seeing what you need. And this is funny because this is the same energy in which I met Daz.
Mm-hmm.
That same energy. And it's not, I'm letting y'all know this is not all about the Dad show. Okay. This is the energy that pulled all of these components together, that you get Black Girls in Web 3. Mm-hmm. This is how Black Girls in Web 3 was brought together. We have an energy that keeps pulling us together and then radiating out to pull in more sisters and more brothers who have messages, who have organizations. They have missions that we've been talking about it so long. Look at who's doing it. That's why we're here. Who out here doing it, talking the walk, walking that talk, and doing it consistently.
Yep.
And now that you're back on camera, I sure hope that you do. You are phenomenal.
Thank you.
You really are, girl. I'm so excited because, I went to Denver. I think we just met, Daz. We just met, Dad. Started getting working, doing this. We had like one show, and I was booked to go to Denver to go do the big event. Now, as far as how to serve the people who are not there, we figured out how to serve people who couldn't physically be there for Dad. So I will help you with that, because my goal is to make sure that people, no matter where you are in the world, have an opportunity to make it happen. And we've discovered some things, and now we can take it to the next level. I'm so excited. Look, right now we're not on Zoom for a reason. Not that it's a bad program. I'm letting y'all know that product is an awesome product, but we've stepped up. We realized that the audience is bigger. Mm-hmm. People, so we learned a little new stuff to do in another platform, and here we are today. And this goes way further. And that's what I'm excited, girl. I would have never known that. We could have never met had I never met Daz. Mm-hmm. And all of this because one day I saved $1,000 in the bank and got 8 cents for it over a year. I was like, hey, what the heck? People are doing this? Oh my God. And then I met Salty Coffee, who was talking about, she's like, oh yeah, the banks are horrible. Mm-hmm. She's like, you need to get your act together. I, who never worked for anybody for over 20 years, had no retirement anywhere, was not having it. I had to be able to do something. Mm-hmm. But I want to live a long time too. So with wellness, with wealthness comes wellness. Mm-hmm. And I'm hearing you talk about, you like pinpoint. Everybody always wonders, how did everybody get around me? Y'all ever wonder that? You meet these people with these great skills and you're like, how does that fit here? How does it? Guess what? Just go with it. See how far it goes. Just ride it out. And Daz has been riding, I've been riding, Wanda's been riding, and you're on for the ride. We're on for the ride. I'm ready to go to Africa, y'all. You ready to go to Africa?
Let's go.
I wanted to have a question for Shay.
Mhm.
First, I want to say I'm so glad that you came on. I was telling her, I was like, wait till you meet her. Oh my gosh, she's so amazing. You know, I just love you. But what advice would you have for the person that's starting out vegan to basically be able to stay the course? Because I'm gonna be honest now, we ain't had this talk. Look,
Oh, you gotta have it on camera. You want to have it on camera?
Absolutely. Tell her. Go
I
ahead.
went unvegan.
You.
Exactly.
Is it my fault? Are you blaming it on me because I disappeared?
No, not
You
at
know,
all.
I carry it. I carry it for you.
There's
I
no
carry it.
food in Colorado. It's hard. It's hard. We got 5 vegan restaurants in the whole state.
I have to attest to that because I was there and I was like, she says we ain't got no vegetables. Whereas everybody's meat is like heavy meat. They are serious. They're worse than Texas. I'm serious about that meat, baby. And everybody's big fried, deep fried meat people. I was like, where are we going to eat? Thank God for buffets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get a little
So
something to everything. Yeah.
What advice do you have to be able to
Yeah.
like maintain in like basically vegan deserts, plant-based deserts?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
suggestions do you have? Because driving 45 minutes and taking your
It's not it.
is hard.
That's not it. And I get that. I get that. So first I'm going to say find your thing. Find your thing. My thing is pasta. That's my thing. I do have days where I can be raw, where it's just fruit and vegetables. And I get like that when it's especially hot. I don't want to cook not hot, you know. So find your thing. I'm a seasonal person. In the wintertime, all I want is something nice, thick, and hearty. And you should feel the same way because Colorado get colder than Georgia. So find that thing, your potatoes, and you know, I'll be back chopping it up and be back. And I'll get some more recipes out there and share. But that, I'm gonna be honest, that is the advice that I have, is to find your thing. Because my thing is pasta. I don't want to wash the rice. I'm gonna be honest. That's what my teenagers are for. I don't want to wash the rice. So, but I love stir fry. If they wash the rice, we'll have a stir fry. Other than that, we having pasta. We having lasagna. We having the vegan. What was it back in the day? Goodness. Hamburger helper, but it ain't hamburger helper, but it's something like that where I'm just gonna throw some stuff, together and make a nice pasta. I make my own cashew cheese. So find a love for things that you like, and I love making my own pasta. So that I'm gonna say that find the thing that you love and then do it. My daughter, she loves to bake. So when I do cook, and I think I've shared with you like some vegan gumbo that I've made and some vegan etouffee, mushroom etouffee that I've made. And then what I'll do is my daughter likes to bake, so she makes the vegan cookies, or we do the vegan muffins. And I love making bread. No, I don't. I like the taste of the bread when I make it myself. I don't like to make it. But
I'm about to say.
Okay, let me step it up. I like to eat the bread that I make. So find that thing, and then a lot of times that will fuel you. And be willing to cook. Get it in your mind that, oh baby, you are going to cook. This is what you're going to. This is your second job is cooking, because you are making what you're eating. And as well, like, you started a whole garden, girl. you need herbs. Get your parsley. Get your because that is think about it. The pico de gallo don't taste like nothing until you put the cilantro in it.
True that. I ain't gonna lie. That's right.
It tastes like nothing until so do the herbs. You need your thyme. You need your basil is my favorite, hence pasta. Basil is my favorite. Get you some basil. I mean, you need every basil that there is. Get you some sage. Get you some oregano. Get you some thyme, and just grow it. And that is your flavoring. You can. I made. Oh, we should do this together. So I went to the store. I didn't bake this bread myself, but I went and got me like a vegan ciabatta bread. And so I took parsley. I took parsley and basil and I chopped it up together. I seared some oyster mushrooms. You can do it with king oyster mushrooms too, but I seared some oyster mushrooms, and then I drizzled some lemon on there and put a little vegan mayo and put some goodness. And when I seared the mushrooms, I put some red bell peppers and a tad bit of red pepper, so give it a little spice to it. And that was my sandwich. That wasn't a regular sandwich, but it was a sandwich.
Yes, and hearty.
So there you go, Dazzle. That's the third recipe I done gave y'all. Where's your pen, Dazzle? Where is your pen?
All right, keep messing around. Y'all gonna have to pay for the cookbook. Cut it out. Cut it out. Come to class. Come to class. Now I gotta ask a question because I saw chopping it up. Can I put the flyer up for chopping it up?
You can.
Okay, good. Because I want them to see that, honey. I went looking. All right, there it is. Chopping it up. We got vegan live at Instagram. Y'all better get her. Put it up there. Make sure you come. She says Saturdays 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, because I'm Eastern and it's like hard to get people in East. I don't know why, but we got to get y'all over here. Let's get over here. Anyway, wherever you're at, check your time. All right, we are coming to literally the top of the hour. I am so glad. I am looking forward to having you on again. I'm excited. We are planning so many wonderful things for the ladies and for events that are coming up. We pray because I'm going to be sending out invitations to see that your schedule's open, because we just got to keep promoting community. We got to keep doing this, guys. That's how it works, ladies. When people be doing things and they connect with what they're doing and they be doing it together, it is just how life is lived on the court. Miss Salty Coffee, would you like to give them some love on the way out?
I just want to thank you so much for coming in, because in New York City, such a big city, it was very challenging to find places that serve only vegan food or both.
Right.
And like Dazzle, I have my moments also that it's like, I just want to wing, and just fly. But it's very difficult. But Dazzle, you got this. And it's like she said, just find what it is that you like and just do it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
And I want to say, absolutely. Now, Miss Daz, you want to give some love on the way out?
Yes, thank you. And look, I'm re-inspired. I can't wait, because your recipes are like phenomenal. My kids they're like, "Are you gonna be on the show?" And they said, "You gonna be on the show? We're ready." So,
they hungry.
You can follow them, and they come out amazing.
Yes, and that's the whole point, guys. I'll be definitely looking forward to it, because, like I said, you might end up being my new YouTube channel. I am not kidding. I've been making some stuff, and my family is like, I ain't gotta eat it. I love this. It's delicious. You don't understand. And I will eat it up. And it's so interesting how I started to combine. So when they want their meat, they have to have vegetables. You can't be up in my house and not eat vegetables. That's not how that works. So you're gonna eat my vegetable meal with your meat. It's okay. I had the vegetables. Y'all had the meat. We had them together. Call it a day, and let's keep it moving. And I'm really excited. We're going to talk about juicing. Going forward, we're going to definitely get in some conversations about juicing. Looking forward to talking with you about what your ideas are, because I got a brand new juicer for Mother's Day. For Mother's Day. Yes. Like Mother's Day. And because my anniversary is also close. So, he was like, make it all in one. So what happens is I am looking to shift to a more healthy, more vegan type. And thank you, vegan, because plant-based may not be my thing just yet. I got to really kind of get into that, but to start to shift my way away from meat. My body shows its time. I'm getting older. Doesn't mean it has to happen. So when people see you, you are the example of your lifestyle. And that is all you need to keep being. Thank you, sis, for bringing us you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed
Absolutely.
this. Thank
We
you.
got to do this again, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. And so we say to our fans and the folks that are out there listening, no matter if you're getting this in a rerun or this is the original, know that you matter, and how you take care of yourself is how long you get to live the way you want to live. So this is just for the ear, and it may be for the heart. We hope that you guys realize it's always going to be for you, whatever you say. We thank you and bless everybody. See y'all next week on Black Girls in Web 3. Let's get it popping, y'all.
Bye.
There we go.